Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Hi ho ho, it's me, John. Back at it again with another episode of the Boy Time Podcast. And as always, I'm joined by Baby and Paul.
Hello.
John. Sometimes we like to have fun.
At least
Not all the
sometimes.
time, but sometimes.
Only sometimes.
We've had an exciting week this week in terms of news. As we know, this is a news-censored podcast. Baby, take it away. What happened in the news this week?
Nothing really important. The president got COVID and then he didn't get COVID, and now he kind of still has COVID, but he also kind of doesn't. And now there's a fly in the vice president's head during a debate or something, and people got angry at it for some reason. I don't really know.
Fun fact to learn about the fly. Apparently, it landed on Mike Pence when he was given 2 minutes to do something and left after the 2 minutes ended, and then Mike Pence kept talking past his time. So the fly followed the rules and not Mike Pence. That's what I heard. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but it's pretty funny either way.
Also,
That's a
people
funny
tried to kidnap the Michigan governor.
Oh yeah, I
Forgot about
did
that.
see that today.
Yeah,
Haha,
dang Antifa,
great
right?
stuff.
Great stuff. That's your weekly news recap.
Now on to sports. Paul?
Oh no.
Football does stuff, and I watched like an hour of football on the treadmill because I had nothing else to watch, and they did stuff.
Who won?
I don't know. The 40 minutes I was there, no one scored.
Sounds like an average game of football.
The
Good stuff.
Lakers lead the NBA Finals 3-1 over the Heat. That's who they're playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And baseball isn't a sport, so I don't really care about baseball. On to the
All I'm
weather.
saying,
Gerald.
there's no way that the Cowboys are going to lose.
I don't think they won a game this season.
I don't know. I'm just saying what I saw Dr. Disrespect say on Twitter today.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. The
highlighted-
Cowboys were up I think 25 points or something, and then blew the lead.
Yeah, there's no way.
Nice.
But are we doing weather?
Yeah, on to the weather, Gerald.
Weather is getting a little bit hot. We are expecting a heat wave here in the Midwest over the next couple of days. We are in my neck of the woods. Tomorrow is actually going to be 89, so it's going to be
mama.
very spicy outside. But that's only going to last for a couple more days, though, and then we're going straight back to 60s and 50s. So
Well, thank
hang in
God.
there a couple of more days, my Midwest boys. Meanwhile,
My Midwest
there's
boys stand back and
hurricane
stand by.
coming. There's a hurricane coming towards Mexico, I think. But that's all I know about weather that isn't where I live. So I don't know what else news has. Sports, weather, news.
Now to today's sponsor,
Geico.
Geico.
Me.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance? Now let's cut to a funny beaver doing a funny beaver dance. That'll really illustrate our point that we know what we're talking
Yeah.
about when it comes to insurance. Which, side note from this hilarious news segment, but why do all the insurance commercials, they're just like, we're gonna be the funny commercials. It's like,
Because
Why not?
insurance is so incredibly boring and people have such a short attention span and are really dumb, so they just have to make something funny so then people will know the name of their company but still won't know what insurance is.
Yeah, like Geico Gecko.
that's true. And Nationwide is a black guy,
Yeah.
There you go.
right? I
Yeah.
think that's
My favorite
Yeah.
Nationwide commercial is when the kid gets run over by a car.
yeah. That was the Super Bowl ad that made
Yeah.
everybody angry.
That was pretty funny.
We learned about that in our marketing class.
That's true. We did. That was that year.
Was it for good marketing or was it for
bad
bad?
marketing.
Bad marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was bad marketing.
Only I could get
Dang.
our business marketing teacher opinion on the Travis Scott meal. That would have been.
Ooh,
been
that would have been a
fantastic.
very. That actually would have been a good question.
Is that a lip
I would-
smack?
I would like his opinion on the Travis
Yeah.
Scott burger.
Or he would have some wonderful words to say.
Like,
Like, what's a Travis Scott?
What is a Travis Scott?
Is that the guy who did the SpongeBob song?
In the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Yes.
Is that the guy who played with Ninja and Fortnite? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If it
Oh,
is,
that guy
oh
is
my God.
Fortnite.
Oh yeah, he is Fortnite.
Yeah.
He's literally the Fortnite.
Well, this is a good podcast because it's a good podcast.
Is it? You didn't say it was going to be a slam dunk episode.
That's
No,
true.
we cut to a funny bit.
Oh.
But we're gonna move on to our next bit, which is of course improv. We're gonna do an improv
Hooray.
bit section. Paul, you're a customer at a local fast food restaurant, and Babby's the cashier. But Paul, what you don't know is that Babby just hates white people. Go.
Well, good thing I'm Asian, am I right?
I don't want to bad talk a race on a podcast.
I'm not bad.
It's improv.
though.
You're playing a
It's just-
character. It's
Yeah.
okay. Nobody's ever gotten in trouble for a character that they played.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who are pure white and then play an Asian guy. Like I've seen that plenty of times.
I mean, did you see Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder? Nobody's ever gotten mad about that.
There you go. I don't know what that is, but there you go.
That's like the funniest case of it.
Okay.
Because people
The
don't
funny
understand
joke.
what the movie is.
Yeah. The bit of that. Okay, for those who don't know, Robert Downey Jr. did blackface for a movie.
Oh,
Was it in the
Just like
2000s?
I think it was 90s.
Or Prime
90s?
Minister.
I don't know when Tropic. Yeah, Justin Trudeau. He took a no.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau.
It came out in 2008.
Oh,
So
really?
that's kind of surprising. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. did blackface, but the whole joke of the movie is that Robert Downey Jr. is essentially playing like a Daniel Day-Lewis that goes like so in depth in their role that he's willing to don blackface for the role and get like super into it.
Dang, that's deep.
It's pretty funny. I've wanted to see it for a while just because it sounds like a funny concept, but
I think people like that movie too. So
it has an 82%
we'll
on Rotten
have to
Tomatoes.
eventually.
It's Jack Black, Ben
dive in.
Stiller, and Robert Downey Jr.
Sounds like
I'm
a
down.
stellar cast of characters.
Yeah, it even has Mr. Scientology Tom Cruise in it.
Bruh, he's like 4 foot tall.
He sure is, and he has a tooth exactly in the middle of his face.
Heck yeah.
That's the three things I know about Tom Cruise. Short, funny teeth, should have had braces, and is like the second
Scientology.
level Scientologist. I think he's quoted as saying that L. Ron Hubbard is the smartest person he's ever met. L. Ron Hubbard is the founder of Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
For
probably
those
the
who don't
smartest guy I've ever met.
he's dead.
Could've
He
met
was
him
so
when he wasn't
smart he
dead.
had to leave Earth.
I think he died in the 90s. I don't know.
So did I.
Oh, no, you didn't. You're still here. He died in 86.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Yes. Well, so watch Battlefield Earth. It's a great movie. You're gonna love it.
I
You weren't even
already
talking
love it.
about that movie.
Battlefield Earth is the Scientology movie. You dringus.
I didn't know there was one of those. I don't watch it now.
It has a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Even better.
It's L. Ron Hubbard was half religious zealot and half science fiction author. So they made a movie out of his science fiction books in 2000, and
Nice.
it's really bad. So there's your movie update. That's your movie update. There you go.
We're just a news channel.
We sure are. Man, speaking of movies, I wanted to for those who don't know, I am at college,
What?
a couple hours away from my hometown. But I got an email from one of the theaters at my hometown that they're doing some movies, and I was very interested in two of them. Those two being Shaun of the Dead and Coco. And I'm like, oh, mama, I should maybe come home over the weekend
Oh,
just to see
Mama
those
Coco.
movies. That's her name in the movie.
Yeah.
It's true.
There you go. But I think that's the only Pixar movie that I haven't seen in theaters besides The Good Dinosaur, but we don't count that one.
I love that movie.
No, you don't.
How did you
I
know
don't
I was
think-
bluffing?
Because nobody likes that movie.
I think I've watched like 20 minutes of it, but that's because it was on in like when I was like in Greece in one of the hotels. It was just on TV for some reason in
Greece has
English.
good taste.
People in Greece just watching the Good
Just
Dinosaur
watch.
in English.
They just dub over in Greek.
But they didn't even dub over. It's just pure English.
I'd be surprised if they dubbed over in Greek.
Yeah, that costs too much for the government to do.
I just don't think there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
That too.
I mean, they speak English there, don't they? Like the majority of them?
I think like the newer generation, like the Gen X and whatever, like they're kind of learning English in school and on their own, but the older people, they're like pure Greek.
Oh.
That's
From what
usually
I
how it is.
know, unless you're like in like a tourism job or something.
Oh.
But yeah, you can't get around with only English unless you like doing pointing to your phone and stuff, trying to get the taxi. Okay, so funny story. But one day my dad was gonna just like go around Athens a little bit, and so he wanted to. I was like staying in the hotel because I was like, I ain't gonna do that. And so he like I guess he like got like a taxi, and then the guy didn't speak any English, so my dad just had to like point to the phone like, this is where I go and this is what the thing's called. And eventually the guy was like, I gotcha. Not in English, of course.
Yeah.
And then he started driving, dropped him off at a completely different spot, and so he just decided to walk there.
Oh.
And it was
Okay.
like a 2-block walk.
Well, that works.
Yeah. He walked back after that. But that's
Wow.
our only Greek taxi experience. And while he was doing this, I was just eating a thin crust pizza from the Pizza Hut across the street,
Nice.
which was
No, not good.
It's what you'd expect from thin crust.
I don't dislike thin crust.
I don't know. It was like a kind of harder thin crust. Like
Oh,
I don't know if thin crust is usually harder or not, but
I feel you.
yeah, it was.
Eh.
Anyways, story time over. What we were talking about?
We were talking about The Good Dinosaur.
Gonna be
Go on.
one of these podcasts.
Yeah, it's fine. I've actually had a very eventful week,
Ooh.
but we're talking about Pixar. No, The Good Dinosaur is like Cars 2, where it's just like they kind of put
Bad.
it out their off years, and it's just like, ooh, that's not
Bad.
very good. So, I've seen every mainline Pixar movie. Like I even saw like Incredibles 2. I mean, you guys were there for that.
Yeah.
But there was a period like for
But-
3 years that I was like, I don't know if I was like, man, these are animated movies. These are dumb kids movies, and I wasn't seeing them.
Hey, baby.
But Coco, I missed. I don't know why, because like looking back on it now, it's one of my favorite Pixar movies. So I would like to see that one in theaters. So, and it's in theaters this weekend, but it'll probably not be going on by the time this podcast goes out.
Nope.
But if it is, go see Coco. Well, I mean, you can watch it on streaming services too. Just watch it. Watch the movie for G dang sake. Coco is one of the only movies that I've like come close to crying to, and I always do it at the
You're a
very end.
psychopath.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. I wish I could cry at movies because like some people will like be like, man, I cried so hard at that movie and I loved it. It's like, man, I wish I could experience movies like that. Like get into the emotion of
Wish
it.
I could cry.
I wish I
I
could.
could feel human emotion.
I can feel it. It just I don't cry. It's like, man, that
You don't cry. You're just like, man, I feel it.
yeah, pretty much.
Deep in my
I feel
bones.
it, man.
I've only I've only come close twice. The first time was I was watching this movie called Hachi, which is the you know the story about the it was like a teacher owns a dog and they're like best friends,
Oh
and
yeah,
then the
yeah.
teacher dies at work, and then the dog waits at the train station for the teacher to come back home,
Yeah,
and
there's a
the teacher
statue of
never.
that dog in Japan.
Yeah. Hachi. It's like Hachiko. That's the full
Hachiko.
name.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
But the movie is just called Hachi because they rebrand it to just a white guy in in America.
Broncos.
But you know, in the end of the story and the movie, the dog dies because the guy dies, his owner dies, so he just dies at the train station, and so the dog is just like under like a train in like the train station, and it just like lays down and dies, and that was like the first time I've ever come close to crying. I
Seems
tried.
heartless.
I didn't, but I
He
tried.
heartless.
I tried. And then the other time was with Coco. The first time I saw it with not with you guys. I saw it by myself. So I was like, I haven't seen this one and I've been hearing great things, so I'm going to watch it. And wow. That ending of that movie, it makes me like tear up every time. Like like consistently too. Just watched a movie. Watched a G dang movie.
I was just about to watch the G-Dang movie. You beat me to it.
Yeah, you know. Even Paul's seen it.
Yes, I have.
But we
If
kind of
Paul's
did
seen
like
something, you have no excuse to not have seen it.
well, to be fair, we did do a
I've seen The Good Dinosaur.
Paul's even seen The Good Dinosaur. I haven't even seen The Good
I
Dinosaur.
watched a half hour of it.
But
you
you know,
haven't watched a half hour of The Good Dinosaur? What you doing?
yeah, come on, guys. What was I gonna say? Oh, but I mean, to be fair to the people who haven't seen it, we did do a Disney movie night like once a week, trying to get Paul caught up. So we saw like Tarzan
We
and
did that for like 2 months or so.
yeah.
I don't think we ever watched Tarzan.
Did we not?
I don't
No,
think
we
so.
didn't actually. Now that I think about it, we didn't.
But we did like Hercules and
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove. I think that's my favorite Disney movie is The Emperor's New Groove.
Top 5 for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe even top
don't know.
3.
I really like it. It's one of the like like the funniest ones, I would say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm a
it's pretty good.
Kronk is great. David Spade is great as Cusco. It's just a great movie. Watch that movie too if you haven't. But I'm I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but tomorrow is the day I'm preparing my defenses, but I go to a movie club every week where we just get in like a lecture hall and watch a movie. And we're doing horror movies over October, and probably the scariest movie I've ever seen that still affects me on a personal level whenever I think about it is Rosemary's Baby, and I'm going to be seeing it again tomorrow. And I'm very scared. I don't know why I'm doing this to
Yeah, I
myself.
was just going to
but,
ask you, like, what?
you know, I don't know. I'm I'm just extremely I don't know, I hate myself. I don't know. But
Same, brother.
the boys are gonna be doing Pokemon. Go watch their Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Twitch.tv/Babby with 2 Y's,
Ooh,
right?
eyes, don't forget it.
I won't forget it. And then Twitch.tv/Finland's_president.
There you go.
Man,
Perfect.
I'm getting so good at this. But the boys are playing Pokemon. They started before I got my microphone, and so I'm not a part of that. But you guys can watch their Twitch. But that's why we do it on Friday. Well, actually, we just started doing
We
it on
just started
Fridays.
doing it Friday, and we're gonna
Now
have to change it
Paul's gonna
again
do
because
that.
of Paul's job. So
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
I'll
But
be live
uh,
randomly throughout the week.
yeah,
So
go watch Babby play
Quite a
Valorant.
bit past week. Well, I'm throwing 2 weeks because I think this week's actually been a bit less active. But
Have you been streaming? I haven't been getting notifications.
Paul doesn't stream
don't
except
think.
if it's
wait, Babby
Pokemon.
or me?
You, Paul.
Oh, I was saying Babby.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Babby stream quite a bit. I don't really, other than Pokemon.
yeah.
Well,
I know.
I stream whenever I play Valorant. I don't play off cam,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I just
That makes
play.
sense.
but I don't have a schedule because my schedule is unpredictable, and I have to find time slots where I'm able to play.
Right. Yeah. I could play Valorant all day long if I wanted to. I don't
Yeah,
have
I'm sure.
anything. Um,
He's a powerful young individual. He can do it.
I need stuff to do. I was just saying how I don't have anything. I think I've been like playing guitar for the past couple months, and I've been consistently doing it once every day. That's like my goal, is at least doing it once a day. I played 4 times today and my fingers hurt. So I'm just like super bored. So that's where I'm at.
Should stream, but I don't know if you're in a good position to.
On a laptop with no
I
capture
got
card and no games to play.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do have good enough internet, I think.
True, you do.
But
Isn't your internet like OP there?
yes, the Ethernet is very good in this spot. So I don't have anything to play though. That's
Mm.
fine.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
speaking of the spot, didn't you move?
I did move. That
I
was the
remember.
eventful thing that happened this week.
Wow.
I moved
Ooh.
in yesterday.
How is it?
Pretty good. I was telling Babby last night this is probably the like most perfect situation like anybody could find themselves in unless they really want roommates because I don't have any.
Nice.
But basically the situation I was in my old room was that I was in a double room, but it was a suite. So I had a roommate in my room, and then we had a hallway outside the door that led to a bathroom, and then someone else had a single room that was connected to that hallway, and there was just like another door out of the dorm. So it was a 3-person like suite. And so I moved out of that 3-person suite into a 3-person suite of my own where I bought out the double because I could get the single room. And since it's like I'm getting my own room, I do have to pay extra. But I think like getting my own room was like 570 something, or I could get this double room for like 640, and it's like I'm willing to pay $80 to have like way more space.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I have this double room all to myself, and then there's an empty single room outside of the hall here.
Dude, he's
Because
got his own apartment.
pretty much, yeah. So I have my own bathroom. I, I'm living the dream. Except I'm very bored. But it's better than someone just constantly yelling like slurs at people. Not the biggest fan of that. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to get out of there. But
I wish I had time to be bored.
yeah. I I don't know. There's a very delicate balance that I need to have where it's like if too much happens, then I like crumple and nothing gets done.
Hmm.
But if nothing happens, then I'm too bored and it's like I need something to do. So
Some.
yeah. But that's like I could probably use a little more right now. I have one in-person class that despite not studying at all and like I'm barely even taking notes in this like humanities class, which is super hard. I don't know like how I'm doing as well as I am. It's like my curse is that I'm just destined to do great, but I don't want to apply myself. But this humanities class, I'm consistently like in the last test. Granted, the last test, my teacher's been sick, so he's been sending us like lecture videos, and I've been having a really hard time concentrating on them because I'm watching a lecture video instead of going to a class and like having to be forced to watch this presentation. Now it's like I'm watching it on my laptop and I could be playing Minesweeper right now. Why would I want to watch this lecture video? Um, but yeah, like in the last test, I got the highest score in the class of like a 70 out of 85. And then just like people are just like bombing it. And it's like, I don't know why I'm doing as well in that class, but I wish I was punished so then I could actually, like, I would be forced to like take school seriously. But I guess that's just the price of like being just
Smartest
amazingly
man in the world.
cool and
Yeah.
smart and handsome and
Cute and hot
hot,
and
hot
smart,
and smart and
multi-talented.
charismatic.
I'm extremely humble.
I am extremely humble. See, that's like my fatal flaw is that like um I might be smart, I just don't apply myself and I fucking hate myself. So that's my fatal flaw is that it's like, oh, you don't deserve to do well, you stupid idiot.
Now mine is
And
perfectionist, so like even if I do really well, it's like nah, I don't really like it. I need.
ugh, I wish I had that.
It's not fun.
No. Yeah, but it's better than depression.
I mean, I still get a healthy dose of that, but it's for different reasons. Not for like, hey, I'm not as good as I need to be, or not even need to be. That my mind thinks I need to be.
Mhm. Yeah. I do get some of that perfectionism stuff with like whenever I don't know, cause like my mom specifically, whenever I make like a YouTube video, like that iCarly theme song that you guys should have seen, it's on the
I
Boy
think
Time
most
channel.
people did see
It,
it.
it's a very good video, and it took me a very long time to make. Um, but you know, my mom would constantly be like, "I want to watch it," and I'm like, I know I spent 4 hours on it, but I got like 6 seconds done. So like my fatal flaw is that it's like, uh, man, it's like unless it's like absolutely perfect, I don't want anyone to see, and I think that's like the root of my like issues, just like around town, because like I don't like myself, and so then when I'm like out and about, then it's like, oh well, I'm not like a perfect person, so then why would I want like why should other people care about me or whatever? You know, we're getting a little bit real right now, but
This
whatever.
is therapy hour.
It's therapy hour. That's what we're doing. Also, I'm gay. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm
I
not.
knew it.
I
I
don't.
had a bet on that. No.
He took a
Yeah,
test. We're fine.
I took it. No. Uh, it's a little bit of an inside joke. I don't really
I
want
think
to
we
go
told
into.
that on the podcast.
Did we?
I
If
don't
you
know.
dig through, you'll be able to find
Yeah.
the story.
You dig through any one of our podcasts, you probably know a lot more than we intended you to. But that would require you to listen to all of our podcasts in full, which nobody is going to do.
Nobody, not even me. I haven't listened to
Yeah,
any of them.
I don't like hearing myself talk, so I'm definitely not going to do it.
Oh, I don't mind doing that. That was like when I used to make sketches for the high school like internet show or whatever. Is like that was something that I think benefited me in the long term is that I used to be like that, where it's like I really don't like seeing myself on camera, and I think that's like a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
Is
Oh
that
yeah, I have that. That's why I don't have a camera because that one, I don't have the spot for it really, and two, I just want to do it.
yeah. Well, I completely got over that. Like
Well, yeah,
when
you
I
do it long
was
enough to get over it, like I did with a mic at first, but
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
force myself to, and now I'm fine.
I just don't have a reason to force myself yet.
Perfectionist,
just-
Paul. I do these things.
you just gotta do it a lot. But if you don't have any reason to do it, then why would you need to get used to it?
Exactly my point.
I just like making sketches and funny hoo-has,
Hoo-has.
which I don't know. I thought about making a TikTok because I'm so bored.
That's how
Just
you know
trying
you
to
reach
have-
peak boredom.
I know. But people make funny stuff on there,
They
I've
do.
heard.
It's just like I don't want.
Like
one
Brick
of those
makes
guys.
funny things.
Okay, the C Brick on TikTok, it might be worth it, but come on, it's still TikTok.
I mean, like
Yeah,
I
I know.
definitely thought about getting TikTok so I can post like some of our content on there because then that's how you grow. Because TikTok, for some reason, TikTok has the best growing platform like algorithm.
From what okay, well, this is kind of into conspiracy stuff, but
Ah,
from what I've heard, what TikTok does is they like your first one or two things, they'll purposely like explode so that you continue using it.
It's
until
it's
they'll
not a
have you
conspiracy.
forever.
It's just how it works. But
Yeah, so technically, if you just do it once or twice, boom, you got.
but compared to
maybe
YouTube and Twitch, where everything's oversaturated, on TikTok you'll get more people seeing stuff.
Oh yeah,
or
like
at least
I
more people want to see it.
I have a Twitch streamer that I watch where 90 or okay, like 60% of his viewers came from YouTube, about 20% of them from Twitch,
That is
and
so
then
rare.
another 20% from TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just could not grow on Twitch, but once he put like highlights on YouTube, boom, he just exploded.
Like I don't have the time or like motivation to do that though.
He did it once before, and now you can't do it again.
Or like put stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, highlights.
Just like
and stuff.
actually try to market yourself.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, like I have to do it for my job, but that's different because it's easier. Like I actually have like a service that is needed,
Right.
and I don't need to be the most entertaining, quirky, epic gamer in the world.
No.
Not what I'm doing. But it's so hard to grow as like just if you want to be a Twitch streamer.
Yeah. I don't know. I think yes, there is like things that you can do that like to market yourself, but then it's like you also
I need to feel
Are-
genuine to myself.
yeah, you are a product that
Yeah.
you're selling people, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, do you really want to become that?
I am a product.
That's why I don't fake anything on stream because then if I do somehow miraculously get popular, I have to like that act on like
Right.
that. You don't want
I
me for
love
like how
act.
I'm just doing stuff normally and like what I do. It's like I don't really care if anybody watches or not. Then
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, why do you think every Disney Channel star, like 3 years after they're done on Disney, has some like public freak out?
yeah,
They've been living an act this whole time, and now they like want people to see the real them, whether they want to or not.
over quarantine, I probably perfected the art of not caring about certain things.
That's good.
Like the best thing you could possibly do. It's probably just getting older, but I just don't care about certain things anymore. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, why do I care if people want to like?
Caring
know,
is dumb.
Yeah, why do I care if people want to watch me on Twitch only because I do certain things or whatever? Like I
Right.
don't care. Could have
Yeah,
one
that-
viewer
that's-
or 100 viewers. It's whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes you different than the J stations of the
Well,
world.
yeah, I don't have to seek attention. Or
Right.
Attention seeker.
Some people do,
they do
whether for attention or monetary gain
or something.
or pussy.
Or a combination of the three.
All of them. I don't know. I'm not a millionaire or an internet star. I'm not even in the hype house yet. I've
Yeah,
applied.
we don't even have a boy time hype house.
I wish they would return my calls. They haven't.
I really want to get in and do wonders
wanna
for me.
get- I think it would be a great step for my career.
Yeah, just tell them you have 72 subs on YouTube.
Guys, I don't know if you've heard of me.
Got 1,000 views on a Tame Impala video once, and it wasn't even me.
I got 3K views on a Kangaroo Jack comment.
Yeah, I got 3K views on a video with less than 10 hours of watch time.
Have you heard of me? Let me sleep. in
Kangaroo
your
Jack
house.
community has.
Isn't that weird? Like, they're just like, let's make content together. Also, I want to sleep next door.
Yeah, it's like, I
Your
don't
roommate.
understand it. It's all about creating content.
Yeah. I know. I haven't like bought in. I don't even know what like half of the. I know Charlie D'Amelio, and then she has a sister, I think, and then that's it. That's all the TikTok stars I know besides Brick,
Brick.
and besides the people who like make content on YouTube and also TikTok, like Cole Hirsch, who used to be a Viner, but now he does like sketches and podcast, but outside, which I think is the funniest title of a podcast ever. I haven't seen any episodes, but it podcast but outside gets a stamp of approval from the
So intuitive
I know.
and so inventive.
it's something great. I don't know how they even thought about it. I don't know. It's fun.
Bring it through 5 focus groups and 27 different design agents to get that through.
Yeah. They probably should have.
That's how ideas are made.
Mm-hmm. I was about to reference Watchmen, but you haven't seen it.
Nope.
Add it to the list.
Okay. Our list is too long.
It isn't. It's manageable.
Actually, I think it is manageable. We just keep saying add it to the list and everything. So I think.
Okay, I think we should watch Watchmen though. That's a
Okay.
good show. We
I'll
gotta
watch
watch the
Men.
movie. Yes,
Yes,
Nice.
dude.
it's good though. I want to see the movie again because I haven't seen the movie in like a year, and so when I saw the show, I was lost because it takes place right after the movie.
Oh,
I was like, oh, I don't remember half the stuff that happens. Well, it doesn't happen right after. That's not true. I don't know how long after, but the movie is canon in the show universe. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's really good. It got nominated for like 16 Emmys.
yeah. I'm pretty sure they made a bad movie and then they made a TV show that was like 27 times better than the movie, and then everybody was like, "Wowie, wow, wow, wow."
The movie actually isn't bad.
Oh,
It's weird. It's what's that guy's name? The guy who did Batman.
Zach
versus Superman.
Galifianakis.
Ah, I thought you knew it.
No,
You jabroni. The guy who did 300.
I know nothing, Holmes.
Just look up 300. It's Zack Snyder. You were
300.
close when you said Zach. I was like,
Zach
oh.
Galifianakis.
Yeah. But no, it's Zack Snyder. And so he's made like really bad movies now, but Watchmen is actually like kind of good.
Okay.
It's not like a master class of cinema, but I don't know. It's pretty good. I liked it. It's like an alternative history kind of thing.
Down.
Yeah, it's good. So, speaking of the list, I think we already talked about Avatar and Korra, but
Yes.
we've been watching Dark.
Yes.
We aren't done yet.
One more
We
episode
aren't done with the first season.
with the first
We
season.
have the final episode of the first season. I was about to ask how are you liking it, but you've already seen
Oh, I'm loving it.
I like it also.
Good.
I am a little bit. I think I am confused.
Yeah, I
I
think you're meant to be confused.
I think so, but I think I'm confused for the wrong reason.
Maybe.
I'm extremely bad with like names. Of
Yeah,
people.
that was my issue. I had to take a while to remember faces.
Right.
They
so
like,
it's like
they don't hold your hand very much.
No, they do not. They do like show because Well, okay, I need to roll it back a little bit. The show is like,
First of all, spoilers. Don't. Yeah, if you
well,
want to
I'm
watch
not.
the show, then watch it and don't look at anything beforehand because it'll just like blow your mind.
I wasn't gonna spoil anything huge. I
Okay.
was just gonna give, like, the premise of the show because I can't really give spoilers yet. We aren't like done
True.
with
I mean,
it.
you can. It's like
I could, but I'm not going to. But the show basically, I think you described it really well when you said it's the German Stranger Things.
yeah,
It pretty much is
on crack cocaine.
yes. So yeah, it is. It's German. It's shot like a movie,
Mhm.
which it looks great, but it's very confusing because instead of being like a dimension kind of thing, it's a time travel kind of movie. Which, if like if you think of like time travel stuff as being kind of campy, this is not like that at all.
Yeah,
So don't let that ruin.
yeah. Don't let that like.
action.
Yeah,
It's actually handled really well. So
yeah.
a good time travel movie as this isn't a movie, it's a show, but time travel being handled well is pretty rare. So hop on it. I think
Do
the
it.
only other time travel thing I've seen is Hot Tub Time Machine, and I know that's
a little bit different.
I haven't seen Hot Tub Time Machine. I just thought it would be funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, but that's the whole gimmick is that there's time travel. So you're seeing characters when they're young and when they're old and like at all stages of their life. And so it's like, okay, who is this person at this
Yeah.
time? Okay, now the kid is who is that person and what's their relationship going to be? It's
Mhm.
very you kind of have to be watching it, and especially since we're watching it subbed,
Yeah.
it's a little bit
Sometimes it goes a
um,
little fast.
yeah. And I'm not against watching stuff subtitled. I
Yeah,
usually
I
have
think it
subtitles.
better in subs because I remember some of the voice acting being bad the first time I watched it because I accidentally watched it in English.
Oh, okay. Well, then watch it subbed, then
Yeah.
you jabronis. But it's very good.
Second
I
watch is better than first watch because I know what's happening more.
I
And
would
they
imagine.
do the typical director sprinkle little Easter eggs and hints along the whole season. And I'm like, oh my god, you guys are insane.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that. I don't know. It would when I rewatch it, it'll have to be after a while
Yeah.
because I think I need to take a G-dang break
Yes.
of like heady stuff.
This
after
show is
this.
very taxing on your brain.
It is, and especially since we're going from mentally taxing show to haha funny pirate.
Yeah.
We are treasure hunters.
Although one night
dude,
we watched that episode that like completely just like was tense for an entire hour, and then we went on Pirate Game and had to play like a mission that required us to do riddles and stuff.
that was rough.
It was rough.
There was like a moment in that episode particularly that I audibly gasped.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, whoa, I've never
Yeah.
done that before. So yeah, it's a very good show, but when we're going to playing Sea of Thieves, it is quite the juxtaposition.
My brain gets fried.
Yeah, it's heavy.
And the first time I watched it, like I only watched it because I finished Stranger Things and I wanted more things like it, and everybody was recommending this show, so I had no clue about the time travel or anything. I'm just like, oh, I'll watch this. Then I was way over my head.
I had never even heard about it
Yeah.
since until you started talking about it.
I think it's got one of those like cult followings.
That would
'Cause
make sense.
You'll see people recommend it here and there, but it's not like the most popular Netflix show, and I don't think it'll ever be the most popular Netflix show because it's not appealing to like broad audiences. I don't think.
Not a lot of people like watching foreign things.
Yeah, especially foreign things that dive this deep into things.
Yes.
But if you're into the artsy stuff, things right there for you.
Yeah, and it isn't like artsy for being artsy's sake.
No, it
I've
plays into
seen-
it.
Yes, I've seen a lot of just like I want something pretty to put on my reel so
Mhm.
that I can market myself better. This is not that.
No.
It's just extremely stylized and it looks great. But yeah, we will do spoiler talk
Eventually.
next week because we only have one episode.
Yeah.
So if you want to see our thoughts on the end of the show, subscribe
Do it.
and watch next week's podcast. It's that simple.
Yes, dude. It's free even.
It's
You
free.
don't even have to pay.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to think that you had to pay to subscribe because of like
Because you were
magazine subscription.
dumb.
No. Well, I just thought it was like a magazine subscription, like you get a Playboy and you have to like pay like
Yeah, you're doing
$500.
that when you're 12.
Yeah, you know how it is.
You know how it goes.
Times are tough. I didn't even have a job, and I had to pay for my Playboy subscription
on.
just to see Marilyn Monroe on the centerfold. It's crazy. It was
Right.
crazy times, the 60s. Actually, that was the 50s. Anyways,
we're also doing
we're going-
another thing. Our 50 album challenge.
oh, yes.
I don't know if it's a
we have
challenge.
been
It's
doing-
just kind of a thing that we're doing.
It was just the thing I was doing. I actually started doing
Yeah,
it,
you
so I
did.
guess you could say Babby's kind of a bandwagon.
Yeah, I'm bandwagon.
But I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw, but the Rolling Stone recently updated their list of the top 500 albums of all time. And it was very controversial when it came out. Like, people were like, what the flip? Why is there so many Beatles in the top 50s? Which is justified.
We still don't know the answer.
Don't know, but yeah, it was causing quite a ruckus.
Yeah.
And when I saw what won number one, I was very surprised because I had never, for those who don't know, the number one album of all time, according to the Rolling Stone, is Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. And I had never heard of that album. I had never even considered him a serious artist, like someone that would even be considered for a spot like that.
You were born in the 2000s, so if anybody's over the age of 30, don't smite us down.
Well, I mean, like, a lot of those songs that are on that album aren't popular.
Well, no, but Marvin Gaye is an absolute legend.
The only Marvin Gaye songs that I knew were Ain't No Mountain High Enough, because everybody knows that song, and Let's Get It On, because it was a meme song. And so I was like, oh, okay. I'm sounding like such a zoomer right now.
Yeah,
So,
but it's fine. It's fine.
but that was like, a lot of people were getting mad and being like, not about the Marvin Gaye thing,
No, that
but
was
just about
like,
the list in general. The people were kind of being like, oh, why is this number whatever? There should have been more Travis Scott. Why is that not number one album of all time? So like, I kind of went the opposite route where it's like, well, I've never heard I don't know, 90%
opportunity.
of
Yeah,
the top 50.
yeah.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna listen to one album a day. I did start at number one. I probably should have started at 50, but I wanted to hear that Marvin Gaye album. So I'm actually on number 14. I listened to Aretha Franklin's I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You. I listened to that yesterday, and then I was supposed to listen to the Stones today, but I was actually kind of busy today. I had a lot of classes and homework to do. So, roll back the podcast when I was saying that I was too bored.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually get to the album today. But I have been doing my own. I actually have it in my top 500. That's what the doc is called. I doubt I'm gonna make
I
it.
named
through
mine
this.
top 50. Yeah, I'm not going through 500.
I doubt it. I might keep going though, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything really to listen to. I've been, because this came at a time where I've been in a serious lull in music. I didn't find it because, well, I mean, I guess I did. I found John Mayer's discography a couple months ago, and I was super into that. Some of those albums are some of my favorites now. But after that,
Burnout.
I'm gonna try to find some other things, and I found a Casey Musgroves album, and that was pretty epic. And then after that, nothing. I I did my usual thing, which is go to the end of the John Mayer album, let that song play, and then just let like auto whatever, just like try to find stuff that's like it. And I didn't like anything that was coming up. And then, I was just like, man, I've been listening to John Mayer for 2 months. I'd like to get something new. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing this top 50, which I haven't been really listening to recreationally, besides What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, because I ate my words, and that is a banger of an album.
Exactly.
It's not number one. I have it as number 2 because
Close.
I can't put Thriller under that.
Yeah,
I think Thriller
that's going to
might
be
be
the issue once we fill out our whole list. It's like there's going to be some personal bias in here.
I still think that Thriller might be the best album of all time. Just
Maybe.
like out of like my enjoyment of it.
Yeah,
There's like some
we're going off of enjoyment, by the way, not like technical whatever.
Yeah, because that's not really what I care about, really. When I'm listening to music, I'm not like, man, I could hear he inserted a tin cup at this. That is extraordinary producing right there. I appreciate it, and like I can watch like the Dark Side of the Moon documentary and be like, oh, that is very cool how they did that sound. Doesn't make me enjoy that song anymore, but like it's cool to see the behind the scenes. But like I don't care. Doesn't affect me, but I think I have been holding on to What's Going On, just because the meaning behind it was or like the backstory of it um was pretty epic because it's about police brutality in the 70s. So maybe even worse than it is right now. I don't know.
I'm
I
pretty
wasn't
sure it
alive
was.
back then. But
I think it was, but I didn't live back then, so who knows?
Who knows?
yeah.
Reading the album like write up before listening is very helpful.
Yeah, it is.
Provides good context.
Hmm. Yeah, I do feel bad though. I don't like putting like. I know I've talked about this on the podcast. I have a hearing condition where I can't hear high frequencies or low frequencies, and it sounds like when a mic like peaks. That's what it sounds like in my ears. So whenever I hear like I don't know, some opera singer doing a super high note, it just sounds like they're at a drive-through and they're screaming into the microphone.
Mhm.
So not enjoyable to me at all. So whenever I'm listening to like Blue by Joni Mitchell is like number 3, I think.
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah, number 3. I have that as the bottom of my list because she keeps popping into this falsetto and it ruins the song for me. And it makes me feel bad because it's like this should be good. And like anybody with working eardrums would be able to enjoy this way more than I am, but I can't. So I don't like putting all the women at the bottom of the list. It makes it seem like I'm sexist.
I got all the
I'm
white
not.
people on the bottom of my list right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that works. But that actually, looking at my list, Lauryn Hill is number 3,
Okay.
and Fleetwood Mac is number 4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're
there's
good.
some women. It's equal right now, actually.
I don't think I've
But
had any female albums yet.
I've had Joni Mitchell, Aretha Franklin, Fleetwood Mac, and Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, I've had 0.
Well, you better.
I'm through 42 right now.
Wow, how many are you doing a day?
Yesterday I did 3. Today I did.
Oh, okay. So
I
you're-
work a lot. I need stuff to listen to keep my brain going, and I can I'm able to take in stuff while doing something else and still being able to pay attention. I don't know how, but I can listen to podcasts while like working, and I can still get all the info from the podcast and still work. So my brain's either shutting one thing or the other off, but I'm able to do both at the same time.
That's good.
So I can just kind of plow through these.
I like.
Plus, I've heard a few of them already, so it's like I was just recap.
Oh, true. Well, you've like. Had you listened to Jay-Z yet?
Yeah, that was the first one
Yeah.
I listened to.
They're like Jay-Z and Outkast and like that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's very your.
Well, I had to listen to
Yeah.
Paul Simon and the. That
What did
was,
you think about Paul Simon?
I need to listen to it again, but it sounded very awkward
Yeah.
because it's very 80s. But he also went to South Africa and used South African like instruments and found like a few artists to like work with him with it. But he also
snap.
does this weird thing where he goes into like almost like polka
Oh,
in some of the songs, so it just comes across really awkward and clunky. But I'm also not used to that kind of music,
yeah.
so I was like,
I mean,
eh,
that's the "You Can Call Me Al" album, isn't it?
yes, yeah.
Man, I love that song.
That was one of my
That's a
favorites off of it.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
then-
one.
So, yeah, blowing through
Huh?
these things, crazy.
I know. What did you think of Prince?
Prince was actually really good. It started off like really, really good, and then there was a slump in the middle. But then like the last 4 or 5 songs were like flawless. I'm like, oh geez, this went from like bottom 2 to like top like 3.
Oh, okay.
So that
Yeah,
one
that
was
was-
that one was pretty good. That wasn't even Purple Rain. That was Sign of the Times. That's not even like one of his most popular ones.
Yeah, I listened to Purple Rain. I have it as the second lowest.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one because I'm like, it's either gonna be like insanely good or I'm gonna feel the same way.
You're probably gonna like it.
I'm sure I will. You Can Call Me Al, Under African Skies, and Homeless. Like the back part of the Graceland is really good,
Okay.
but the first few I'm like,
Yeah. I love that "You Can Call Me Out." Except I think that the verses are, or his like vocal performance in the verses is kind of funny.
yeah, it's weird. It's like clunky, like I said. It's like everything's kind of there, but it's like something's always off.
Well, I wonder if because it's inspired by like African music.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And I don't know if African music uses the same subdivisions that we
No,
do.
no. Especially when he's
No.
combining it with 80s pop music. That's why I felt it was so awkward.
Yeah.
That would sound weird, I think.
I was
Yeah.
expecting like, you know, kind of the typical 80s pop and a little bit of like acoustic, just singer-songwriter stuff. Not what I got.
No, I don't think of Paul Simon as being a 80s pop kind of guy.
That's what I thought too until I started listening to it. I'm like, oh. I was expecting
Really?
something more like,
Like Simon Garfunkel.
yeah,
That's what I would expect.
that's what
going
I was
into it.
expecting. And that's not
Okay.
what I got. So I was like, it's at the bottom of my list though.
Okay.
Ramones self-titled is the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
I understand that album completely, but it's not for me. Because it's like it's the birth of punk music pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the album was made with like a $600 budget.
Yeah.
But every single song, I'm gonna run into this with the Beatles too, I know it. And
Yeah.
I could hear the Beatles in that album like really, really clearly. Like I could tell when they were doing the same thing because this was like early 70s, I think. So like Beatles influence was at an all-time high still.
Right.
So it's so weird hearing like the punk music and then you get the little Beatleisms like in the songs. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But they use the same chord progressions, they use the same like little riffs in multiple songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like an iconic album, but like it does not hold up well.
No. Well, are you a huge punk music guy?
It depends. I maybe like 90s stuff, then yeah. But like the birth of punk, especially when it's like extremely like British and all European, like I'm not really into that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge British invasion guy. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Beatles or Stones or The Who or anything like that. Besides Genesis, but that like barely counts.
Blitzkrieg Bop was the first song on the album, and that's an absolute bop. But then every single song kind of sounded the same way as that,
Yeah.
but not as good.
Yeah.
It was only like 29 minutes, so it wasn't like bad. Yeah, it was really short.
Yeah,
Which was
that's
good.
why I'm worried about this Stones album because it's an hour and
I
7.
got one tomorrow too. Except I have Let It Bleed tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna enjoy that pretty.
Oh, I have what's this Stone album called? Exile on Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to
I
it.
feel bad putting Bob Marley on my bottom 3 too because I really liked it.
Well, yeah, but you've had a lot of like good albums.
The
Like, you
issue
had a
is I have a couple favorites on the list already that like I've had
Right.
favorites before I started, so it's hard.
Yeah.
But Bob Marley was like really, really good.
Mm.
But I might move him above Jay-Z because that's my next spot. But I feel like if I went to, because I haven't actually, I re-listened to one album. All the other ones I've just listened to it once and ranked it. But I had Radiohead OK Computer today.
Oh yeah,
And
how'd you
I
like
was
that?
anticipating it, and my God, is it good?
Really?
Yeah, like insanely good. It was made in '97, and it sounds like it could have came out yesterday.
Oh, I'm
It's
excited.
basically about like technology evolving, and how we're all gonna like fall into this trap of just like overstimulation from technology. And that was made in 1997. Like,
Mhm.
bruh.
Some of that stuff is crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty much Dark Side of the Moon mixed with Black Mirror. Like the only way I can describe it.
Okay, that's an interesting
Yeah.
combination.
It took me a song or two to get used to the guitar and like just sound of rock music again. But after that, I was all in.
Good. Yeah, I've heard only good things about that album.
Yeah, you have Kid A coming up, and that one's ranked a lot higher.
Kinda, yeah. It'll be in a couple days. I'm on 14. That one's number 20. And since I do one a day, that'll be like a week from now.
I do 2 or 3 a day. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know. I usually just have them on while I'm playing Mario.
Yeah.
But
I just have
I'm
them on.
almost done with Galaxy. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna have in the foreground while I'm gonna be listening to these albums.
Exactly. Especially if the album doesn't grab your attention.
Yeah, that was kind of struggling through Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That I mean, RESPECT is on there twice. I don't know why. Like one of them, I don't know if it's a demo version,
It
but
might
I think
be.
her vocals are just a little bit like softer.
Oh.
So I don't know. It sounds like it's the same take, so I don't know what it is, but it's pretty epic. It's the best song on there, and it's a cover. So
Epic.
sorry, everybody, if I'm breaking the illusion that that's an original Aretha Franklin. It's not.
Oh no.
Sorry. I think it's funny that because that's like a huge like woman power kind of song.
Yeah.
And it's written by a dude. And I hate that that's a true fact.
Yeah. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like in like what, 67? That album.
Aretha? I think so. Let me see. Yeah, 67.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not usually a huge soul guy though either.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I like soul influenced things.
True.
I wouldn't say I like soul regular. I don't know. That's probably fair to say.
I think it'll be interesting. I think we'll probably make a video or something when we're done with our top 50.
I
Like
went into
podcast and like kind of compare and contrast and just talk about it.
I went into it thinking I was going to make a video, so that was what I was thinking as well. We should do that.
We need cool content on our channel because we haven't had that in a while. We've just been doing podcasts, which are cool, but
they're nice.
Yeah.
It allows people to still stay in contact with our personalities. I just wish we had some more content.
We're just really busy right now, so we're working on it.
We're busy.
Yeah.
I would like to get back to commentary tracks. I really enjoyed making those. We just hit a slump where you just watch so many bad movies that it's just like, well, what else are we supposed to say?
I mean, and watching TV shows every day has been like our thing.
Right.
Like this year's weird because it seems like 2 years. The first half of the year we were all content. Like we were making commentary tracks, we were streaming, we were uploading videos almost every single day.
Well, we were bored.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
didn't have it.
But like it's been very nice just like watching a TV show and then playing a game without recording or setting anything up. It's just kind of chilling.
That is, yeah. We should, I don't know. I feel like we should also make some stuff for YouTube though.
Oh, for sure.
Because some of those, I love rewatching those gaming videos.
Yeah, I do too.
I love your edits. They're great.
So time consuming.
Yeah, I know. They are worth it to me because I don't have to make them.
Exactly.
I would if I was the one that was good at it. But you're
Also, I
don't know.
record them. You don't record them, so
Yes. I don't know. You're good at like the little things in it. I love your like little edits.
yeah, that's
And,
all I do pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know. That's yeah.
New COD will come out soon. Hopefully, we can get Bab Jeb.
I mean he's gonna be playing.
Kick it old school. So
Yes.
we get some funny content out because we've
I-
all been kind of dying for it at this point.
Right. I miss that boy. I wish he was I was gonna say more in our lives. It's fine. He has his own circle of friends, but I don't know.
Sadly.
I love that.
Sadly, need to change that.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to
I gotta
Wisconsin.
do something.
Gotta go get him. Yeah, I'm excited to play some COD with you guys.
Yeah,
It'll be a grand old time.
exactly. I'm excited for the
But-
new Valorant patch on Tuesday.
Are they adding a new map?
New map, new agent.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah. Well, the agent comes out 2 weeks later because they had to work on it more.
Oh,
But the map they're getting now, typically the maps come out every episode, which would be beginning of next year. But they pushed it forward because everybody was wanting another map, which
that's
it,
fair.
it desperately needed another map.
Yes. That's
But
fair.
it's an ice map. There's a lot of
Ooh,
indoor
snow.
stuff. There's some horizontal blinds.
Oh,
That'll be
Oh.
epic.
That's interesting.
But the new character, I'm really gonna.
Yeah, you think so?
When we used to play, I would always say I need something that can heal, but I also need to be able to do stuff.
Yeah.
And this
Mhm.
character is perfect because it just combines like my two main characters together.
nice.
What did they do?
It's
What's the kit?
It's basically a druid, which is kind of cool,
Okay.
like an animal.
That's
So
cool.
she has 3 like little birds that are flashbangs, and you can like control them, like jet smokes. You can curve,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can control them like that. She has a little wolf thing that you can like pilot or whatever,
Mhm.
and it's like information getting, and then it stuns like
Are
a
they
breach thing.
robotic? That's
No, it's like actual animals.
Oh,
Because usually it's robotic in that game, but they got like an actual druid in the game.
That's cool.
Yeah.
that's
And
I'm playing
then
Valorant again. That's my character.
She has a heal that's like a AoE heal.
Oh, that's
So it like group heals. Which is like perfect.
I feel like the last thing I think Valorant would add, it's all like futuristic robots and stuff, and you just got a druid.
They try to mix it up. Riot's kind of insane if you look at League of Legends.
yeah.
And then her ult
That's
is
true.
basically like a Cypher ult, where like it only shows where 3 people are, but they hunt them down and like spot them.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it's a very combo character, but that's kind of what I need.
Yeah. That's good though that they're like mixing the play styles.
Yeah.
Because like not everybody's gonna be cookie cutter, Cypher, or whatever.
Right. I mean,
Sage.
like people that main characters, it's either they main a duelist because they don't want to do anything, or like the only character I can see people actually maining is like Cypher. Because you can get so flipping good at Cypher in that game. And it can be
Yeah.
the only thing you ever play because nobody picks Cypher.
No. That was the weirdest thing. He's like the best.
He's the best character in the entire game, and like nobody picks him.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
That
I
was,
play
like, when we
Killjoy
were
now.
Oh, she's your main?
Not my main, because they buffed Breach, so I'm like a Breach main still.
Oh, okay.
But I've gotten to the rank where I can no longer play a duelist and get 30 kills.
Yeah.
So I have to play smart and play like not an idiot, which is hard because when you play in a certain rank for so many years and just you can do certain things and then all of a sudden you get driven into the ground by people better than you have to learn pretty quickly that you can't do certain
People
things.
better than Babby? Oh my god.
Believe it or
Oh,
not.
it's out
Possible.
You don't realize how much of a skill gap there is in the game until you go up a few ranks and then you play against people that have been playing in that rank for a long time and know like all the way people play. Like
Yeah.
I rarely get to the point where I'm like I have no idea what to do differently, but I've gotten there a few times where it's like I need help.
Yeah,
I'm struggling.
I feel that.
But that's why I pick up Breach and Killjoy, because I don't need to top frag every game.
Mm.
And with Killjoy, it's kind of cool because you can set stuff up and there's a whole nother portion of the game instead of just shooting people in the head.
Yep,
Like,
that's why I like
here's how
Cypher.
I set up my stuff smartly.
Yeah.
And it helps me concentrate, like, not on my aim, because my aim is all muscle memory, so if I think too hard about it, I'm not going to hit anything.
Mm. Yeah.
It's enjoyable, but solo queue is so difficult.
You should like find a group on like Reddit or something.
I would, but, like, I also can't play a lot.
Oh, that's true.
When I hop on, it's completely random.
Yeah.
I've met a couple people that have, like, added me, but, like, we don't really play too much.
Yeah.
Like, the people
No,
that
I-
add me are, like, people that add me after a game that I was doing well. And then I check their career, and they main the same character I main. I'm like, that's not going to do much for me.
Yeah.
Rip.
That's true. But if you want to see what we're talking about, go on, baby, Twitch.
Yeah, or watch any of our Valorant videos.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
lot
you've been
of them.
doing highlight reels too.
Yeah, I just don't have a lot of highlights, so it'll probably be another month or two for those.
Okay.
But I'm in a learning phase.
Oh.
I got humbled, and now I need to figure out how to get better. So it's just hard to do that when I have 10 hours of work every week and 3 classes to keep up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real stuff right there.
Yeah. Once COD comes out, though, that game
Oh,
I don't
please.
need to think about, and I can just shoot everybody in the head, and then we can have a fun time yelling at people.
I doubt it.
Probably not yelling at people, probably making friends, and then them yelling at us, and then it'll be fun.
Yeah. We aren't usually the people yelling.
No, we aren't the people yelling. We are the people that make
We're
fun
the
of
people
Goof and
getting
Gav.
yelled
If there's anything about us, we literally don't care about anything when we play games. So
I don't. I'm so ambivalent.
yeah,
There's a word that you've never heard of before.
yeah, we're intellectuals.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's not true though, because we get peed off when people steal our treasure in Sea of Thieves.
I mean, that's just because we're being like chill and like, and then people just come around and stuff.
We'll be
Yeah,
like,
that
hey, I
happened.
like smoke. Have some smoke. And we're like, we don't like smoke. Sorry. Then like, too
Sea
bad.
of Thieves
we're
is the
already
rare
poor.
exception where I don't want to kill anybody. I just want to hunt for treasure. Any other game, it's like, come at me, I'll own you. But like, Sea of Thieves is
That's
like, I
'cause
don't even
every
want to
other
shoot my
game
gun
that
at anybody.
goes-
I just want to like hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge PvP guy in general.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't help PvP in that game. Isn't exactly the best, but
no.
COD Zombies is gonna be so epic.
I'm excited. I love PvE stuff.
Yes.
it'd be
my
cool if it was another probably $60 game.
Yeah,
'cause I can't
that's the
actually
issue.
cannot afford that.
The battle royale is free, but the game's not.
Of course, the battle royale's free.
Yeah.
They're doing a Fortnite chat where the battle royale's free. And
Well,
everyone
that's what
plays
we
it
used to
and
do, is play the battle royale because it was free.
Yeah, Warzone.
Yeah, which was pretty epic because that game you can mess around for the entire time and still have a very good chance of winning.
I just hope they fix it when the new one comes
Yeah,
out.
well, the PC beta is next week, so
Oh, is it?
I'll really get to see the Black Ops on PC and see how it performs.
Is it an open beta?
Yes. Next,
Well,
I think it opens next Friday. The PS4 early access started today,
right.
and I'll probably. I'm like debating whether I pre-order the game. I probably will because I think I'm gonna get it no matter what.
Mm,
It's like I'm not too picky when it comes to Call of Duty games.
yeah.
'Cause it's just kind of a thing I get on to like hop on and just have fun with. I don't really care about like, oh, this isn't like technically right or wrong or whatever. It's not a tax shooter. I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I told you my strat when it comes to pre-ordering things.
Yeah.
Is that for those who, I don't think I talked about this on the podcast,
No.
but for games specifically, if there's a game that I'm going to get, probably, I always wait until like the day before to pre-order it, unless you're getting a physical release.
Of course.
Then you would need to know before that. You would need to order it before. But
Yeah.
I usually get like digital stuff, so this is what I do. I wait a couple days before the game comes out because they do the pre-order bonuses, but it doesn't matter if you pre-order a year
Yeah, it doesn't
before
matter.
or 10 minutes before it goes live, you still get all the pre-order bonuses. So I usually wait because a couple days before the game comes out, the embargoes lift and people can write reviews or people can post YouTube videos of gameplay and first reactions. Not that I'm like wanting the game to be spoiled for me right
Well,
away.
yeah, but it's like, is
But
this a purchase that I actually want to make?
Does it work?
Yeah, does it actually
Will
work?
Will it work? I mean, I did end up buying Star Wars Squadrons. I think they did end up fixing it. They did
Oh,
a
okay.
huge patch
Yeah.
today.
And even before today, the reviews were back to, I think it was mostly, or no, it's like very positive. It's positive. I don't remember how they go. And
I've
Steam
seen. Yeah,
positives.
I think the big issue for people on Steam is that I don't know if Steam VR was working very well. Like I
Ah.
had heard a lot of crashes were happening
Yeah.
when you were in the VR. I was getting a lot of crashes and I wasn't even using VR,
True.
but I did end up getting it to work a couple days ago. I haven't played it in a couple days, but I didn't end up getting that one. But that game was also $40 instead of the usual 60,
That's a
and
bump.
it's a Star Wars game, so like even if it isn't
Gonna
the best
buy it.
game, it's still gonna be a cool piloting experience. I did see funny reviews on Steam that were like negative reviews from people who play like flight sims, and they were like, "You can't drift in space. This game is so unrealistic." It's like
This is
you're
the
playing a
Star Wars
game
universe.
about shooty lasers
Yeah.
and like giant like huge like capital ships, and the thing that you're like, this is so unrealistic. You can't drift.
Same thing with gun nerds in like video games. It's like, I don't care if the gun has like a wrong label on it.
You can't reload in 0.5 seconds. It takes at least 3.
Actually, it's a clip, not a magazine.
Oh, lay an egg.
Gun nerds, car nerds, and like very technical people like that, stop.
I hate it. Suspend your disbelief and
Yeah.
enjoy things. You
Please.
dummy.
Life is so
Except
much
I
better
say-
if you just enjoy things.
I say that,
Yeah, I
and
know.
then I also
I know.
criticized
I
Korra
know.
for being a gaming show.
I mean, it's worth like that one's worth of criticism. It's not like you have to be like a super nerd or that there was like things that were
No.
in there, but
No, but like, I really didn't need to go hard, but I did anyways, and that's fine.
that's fine. Anyways, with
I'm
this game, I'm pre-ordering because I get early access to the beta,
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
so I get 2 days more.
Yeah,
Because Activision shafts everybody that doesn't have a PS5 or PS4.
yeah.
There's like there's a
that's
PS4 beta this weekend, and then like when early access goes live for PC next weekend, PS4 gets it again. So they get 2 weeks of the game.
Ugh.
And I was like, should I download it on my PS4? And I'm like, I just want to wait so I can like actually fluidly play the game.
Yeah, you could try it. I mean, if you're getting it anyways,
Yeah.
you could pre-order it. Oh wait, then would you have to play it on would you have to pre-order it on your PS4 to get that extra week?
That I probably would.
I don't know if that's.
I don't know
worth
if I
it.
really care about that. I think 4 days of a PC beta is enough for me to kind of measure how it performs and how I feel about it. But I played
Yeah.
the alpha on a PS4 and like the game had a ton of potential. But with the beta, they completely changed almost everything.
Okay, good.
Because the movement was incredibly clunky, and I thought it was the PS4, but that was just the game. So they kind of updated everything.
Yeah, it's an alpha. It's
Yeah.
gonna change.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think that's fair. I didn't even take that into consideration.
Yeah, that's the
with
only
my
reason
phone.
I'd pre-order a game at this point, anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Although going back to the beta, like, would you like 2 weeks of the same content? We like it's rare for us to play like a game for that long.
yeah,
I guess like there are some exceptions, but like especially with it being a beta
it's a
and having
beta.
it.
There's 4 maps. There's like 5
Yeah.
game modes.
Well,
That's
that's
it.
actually pretty substantial for a beta.
It is. Yeah.
So I guess I could see that
But
being.
the alpha, there was no progression system that gave you every single thing in the game like unlocked automatically.
Mhm.
But in the beta, there's a progression system, so I think that'll be fun. Because I wasn't able to judge how the guns felt with no attachments on them because you could immediately put anything you wanted on it, anything.
Oh, yeah. That's good though.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how much content they are not showing us though, because there's only like a few guns in each category. It goes out on launch. Obviously, there's gonna be more stuff for everything.
Yeah, you'd think.
You would hope so. It would be kind of
Unless
unacceptable to
people
not have more
use
content.
shit.
Yeah. If
That'd
you're
be
like
Star
if you're
Wars
like a
Battlefront,
Call of Duty, it's unacceptable to have like less than 30 guns in your game.
Yeah.
If you're a attack shooter, it's fine. You're fine with 15 because that's all you really need.
Uh-huh. Well, especially with like those types of games, it's like I don't know. Do you want another M4?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's gonna be
It's
the
like
same play. pretty
COD. I've always gravitated towards like the really really weird guns.
like the Dragunov.
Yeah. I always go for like the ones that people don't use all the time because you get the sweaty kids that just like use the M4 with this and this and this on it that they looked up on YouTube to get the best setup for because that's all they do. It's like, nah, I'm gonna use the slug shotgun and that's it.
Man, I've heard my roommate yell so much about people using the shotgun and the SMGs.
Okay, shotguns in Modern Warfare are the worst thing known to man. I didn't use
Like-
those in that game. I
Oh.
used the marksman rifles
Oh,
just to
okay.
get the funny yeehaw reaction cowboy gun.
Oh, yeah. I know that one.
I'm talking like back in the day, like on Black Ops 2, you'd get the slug shotgun. So like you'd have to hit them exactly to get the kill, and you could do it
Mhm.
from a super far range, but it's still a shotgun, and it looked funny. So I'm like, yeah, that's my gun.
That's the one.
That's the one.
And,
That's
like,
COD. It's like I don't want to take myself seriously. I'm gonna have a funny looking gun, and I'm still gonna top frag the entire lobby with it because why not?
Yeah, it's fine. It's about the fun of the game and the
Exactly.
friends you made along the way.
And hearing the death react, kill them with the weird gun.
Oof. That's the sound it would make when you killed somebody. Because the joke is that you were playing the Call of Duty Roblox game
Oof.
instead of the actual Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's like I don't play Counter Strike. I play the Roblox Counter Strike.
Play
Heck yeah.
Row Strike.
So much better.
Yep. It's weirdly like similar.
It's pretty accurate actually.
It's weird.
I actually
It's
played
like-
CS for like the first time in like 6 months yesterday, or not yesterday, like last week.
Wait, why?
That game runs awful compared to Valve.
Well, yeah.
My
it's different.
FPS was all over the place.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never had performance issues with that game.
Well, I was also on a community server, so that's probably part of it.
Oh, damn.
I just
Wait,
got
really?
into deathmatch because I'm like, I want to see how this game feels again. And surprisingly, I could do everything like I used to be able to, except the spray patterns are impossible
Yeah.
because they're completely different in each game. Like Valorant, it's completely different than Counter Strike with spray control.
Uh huh.
Because Valorant
That's
is like, this gun is a baby. You don't have to pull down too much. Counter-Strike, it's like, you need to pull down really, really hard.
Yeah.
But everything
That was one
else
of
was
the-
like second nature. I'm like, wow, I'm surprised it's kind of stuck.
Well, we played it for so long.
That's true. I was like, yeah, I have 2,800 hours in this game in Valorant. I probably have like
Too.
150, 200. I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't show you.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they should.
That was the best part of the Wii, was
Yeah.
looking through your messages and seeing how long you played Wii Sports
Yeah,
Resort.
exactly.
So I guess you could say I'm an elite gamer.
Yeah, I played Wii Sports for 2,700 hours. People knew about it. Now I'm an
Uh-huh.
Olympic champion.
Yeah. I'm on the rowing team with the Wii Lost. Let's step up.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, how long have we been going? I feel
We are
we've
at
been-
1:25:55.
Okay, yeah, this is a long one. I'm not even at the library. I'm in my own house.
Well, this is usually how long we go at this point. Always reach like an hour and a half.
Why? Why is that?
I don't know. It just randomly happened where it's like, oh, that's like almost 2 hours. That one's an hour 45. That one's an hour 35.
It made sense when we were doing these like at SCAD when I
Yeah.
was like I wasn't talking to you guys every day and
Right.
I was only talking to you guys when we were doing podcast. But like I'm getting on every night. We're granted we don't talk very much, just conversationally. We do a little
Yes.
bit.
We
But
don't like reveal things that could be podcast content.
Podcast.
Yeah.
It's not like we do it on purpose. It's just kind of how it works.
Right. Well, we do save some stuff, but
Yeah, we
usually
do
the
save
stuff
some
that we
stuff.
save, it's like, oh, this happened on Tuesday. I'll wait to tell the guys
Yeah.
for a couple of
Yeah.
days. It's nothing like, oh, this happened the day after we record. I can't.
No,
I'm gonna
it's
wait
not
to
like
tell
that.
these guys for a week. But yeah.
We watch shows and
Yeah.
play games. There's not like too much room for just like 30-minute conversations.
No, yeah, we talk a little bit, but most of it's just goofing around, having a good time.
Goofing and
We aren't
gabbing.
talking during the show though.
Yeah.
So that.
Because we're speaking German.
Hello.
Hallo.
Auf Wiedersehen. I don't know
Guten
any
Tag.
more German words than I did.
Yeah, I
going
don't either. They talk too fast.
in. I'm going to try it. I don't know. I thought I knew what 1, 2, 3 in German was, but I think if I said it, I would make a fool out of myself. So I'm going to not. do
You're
it.
a fool.
You're a dumb
A
idiot.
liar and a cheat.
Nope, that's not true. I'm a regular human being. And
Debatable.
a cool guy.
Cool guy. I tested positive for being a cool guy.
Yeah.
That should be my first mic quote.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I need to tell the podcast about this and Paul.
Simple.
Because as we've already discussed, I moved into my own place and I can decorate the door however I want because it's my own place. So I was gonna print out a picture of Mike Wazowski and then like cut out his eye and then put the eye on the peephole of the door. So it
Nice.
looks like it's Mike Wazowski. And then I was gonna get some of those post-it notes that look like speech bubbles, and then have it be like Mike says, and then like write a funny message. So the first message I think is gonna be I tested positive ... for being a cool guy! Exclamation point.
There
Yeah.
you
And then
go.
everybody will raffle.
And everybody will laugh, and then you'll be the hit of the whole floor.
Ah.
Yep. Except, well, actually, I haven't talked to anybody. Period.
Me too.
So I guess you could say I'm a cool guy.
Yeah.
There is this guy who keeps his door open all the time, and I have to walk past it when I want to fill up my water bottle. And it's like, dude, close the door. I don't want to see you working on homework.
Maybe one day
It's
you'll
like,
get something interesting.
Open the
from there.
door. It's like maybe something interesting will come through that door eventually, and then I can have someone to talk to.
I know, like, some people actually, I've never seen anybody do that aside from, like, "Hey, I'm hosting a movie night at my
Yeah,
room, you can
yeah.
come in," or whatever. But, like, nobody's having watch parties now.
No.
It's like, what are you doing? Like,
don't know that.
do you want people to, like, come in and just be like, "Oh, hey, saw the door was open,
Cough on
wanna
me.
come by and say, hey, what's going on? I'm your neighbor.
I'm your
Wanna come
neighbor.
to my barbecue?"
I can't imagine Zoomers ever getting that way.
It'll happen.
Maybe, yeah. But I don't know.
I don't know. That 'cause, like, people in, like, the 40s or whatever, they probably weren't like, "Oh, dear, I am angry at restaurant workers when I'm 18 years old." It's like it comes with age like a fine wine. You just get
Yes.
more grumpy and you
But we're
hate
just
people,
like
and you
digitally
wanna
ingrained
invite
and we
people
hate everybody.
That's true too, is that yeah, we've
Also, the
been
whole like you have to know every single neighbor on the block has kind of always been a weird concept to me. So
my mom does that.
yeah,
I think it's just a personality thing.
probably is.
I I don't think well, I mean, I would be friendly with people.
I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to make enemies, but I'm not gonna like go out of my way to, like try to make
I'm
friends
trying
with
to
every
make
single
enemies.
person on my.
Howdy, neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
I'm out to make enemies and only enemies.
Yeah.
Much like Jamie Foxx in the hit movie Black Taken, he got a lot of enemies, got a lot of
Got a lot
enemies,
of
got a lot of
enemies.
people trying to take me on my energies.
Yes.
It's a Drake bar.
Yes, it is.
That was used in the trailer of that movie. Watch Black Taken if you
It's
haven't.
sad that there's
I
no
don't
Drake in the top 50. We could have a field day with that.
There is in the top 100.
There is in the top 100, yeah.
What's that movie? Okay, it's called Sleepless. But
Sleep. It's Black Taken.
I kid you not, the actual IMDb page used to say Sleepless and then in parentheses Black Taken. But they since removed it.
Nice.
Darn.
So I don't know. Watch Sleepless.
I
I don't
guess.
know, man. I'm pretty sleepless due to it.
I was gonna do a fake laugh, but
Oh, I was
don't
gonna
think
add
that
an audio effect.
No, you weren't.
That's why I was silent.
Forgetting we're still going.
Babby doesn't edit these
I don't.
podcasts. Everybody knows it.
I'll
I
edit-
honestly could edit these now.
You really could. I honestly do editing in every single video except for the podcasts.
You know what? Next week.
Okay. That would be nice.
Next week, gamers.
I did the thing to myself this week where like my coworkers needed help getting projects done, so I just took them on top of my 4 projects I already have. So
How dare you do
well,
that
I need
for my
money,
game?
so I'm like, yeah, give me everything.
So do I, but you don't see me taking other people's projects.
No, I
up.
see you getting a 3rd shift job, so I was like, I gotta take some incentive here.
Sad but true. Well, not sad. Just
Not
true.
sad, just true. I did this to myself.
Yeah.
Although I know I can get everything done, so it's not like it's like, oh god, how am I gonna do this? I took on way too much responsibility.
No.
I literally finished an entire project in like 3 hours today. And like sent it out, and then everybody was like, wow, this looks great. I'm like, I spent like 0 time on this.
Good news. I don't care.
Good news. Here it is.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Didn't I spend a lot of time on something? Oh, I did geography labs. That's not exciting to talk about.
You.
I don't know, man. It's pretty exciting for me.
I will do just a little mini rant about
Mini
it
rant.
because these labs. Okay, I'm taking a physical geography, or not. Yeah, it is geography, but I'm doing a lot of geology right now, which is rocks and minerals and
Heck
stuff.
yeah.
I love
Dude.
rocks.
Which I have made mini Hank jokes to myself of the Breaking Bad fans in the audience and also Babby. You know, just talking about minerals, it's pretty funny when the professor was talking about
love
minerals. I ha ha ha, Hank-like minerals.
Purple.
That's funny. Amethyst. So, but the funny thing is that it's a lab credit. So usually I'd be going in and then they're like, "Oh, look at all these rock samples. And then we're gonna break down and then we gotta like sort them into what kind of like rocks they are, and it'll be super cool." Um, so we're doing that online. So he's sending us pictures of the rocks and then being like, "Figure out what this is." And like, I'm like, "I don't know."
Reverse image search.
No, they're like actual rocks that he has in the
Oh,
lab, and he's
dang
taking a
it.
picture of them. No, but he does give you like he like that's what we did this last lab was that we had like sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic rocks, and then like we had to do like 3 different tables of the different types of rocks. Then we had to break down what each rock was just based on a picture of it. And I was like, this is a struggle. And I wrote next to the graph of what I was doing, I'm like, this was really hard with just the pictures. So I hope he's a little bit lenient since I put that, but probably not.
You need to be a teacher. Study rocks.
It's my science credit.
I guess. Okay.
It's the easiest science is physical geography. So
Yeah.
it's better than taking
Minerals.
chem. I don't want to
Yeah.
take chem or
Yeah, I don't know
physics
if you
or
could
something.
pay me to take chem again.
Astronomy.
Heck
I
yeah.
thought about taking astronomy, but like
Until
I've heard that
we
that's
did
a lot of math.
Yeah.
It sounds fun, but it's just math with a funny name.
Until we did a
Alright.
quest in Pirate based on that.
I'm doing star
Then we're
charts.
not doing that.
Yeah, but come on, we could have used it.
That
Used
that
it.
quest has given me so much respect for the Polynesian islanders
Yeah.
that navigated the seas with nothing
The
but the
stars.
stars. That actually is like really cool.
No, yeah, it's like actually kind of insane how someone can do that. It's just like we were already like brain dead, and then it wasn't.
Yeah. I'm not knocking the quest. Some of the things were a little bit vague, too vague
Quest
for
was
us.
cool, but like it was also really confusing.
Yes.
So
Come at us, Rare. You're a shadow of your former self, and you just don't want to admit it yet. Actually,
Oh.
I haven't played the new Battletoads yet, so maybe that's a 10 out of 10
Battletoads.
certified classic. The new one, not the NES one, because that one's way too hard. And that's a fact. Sorry, sweetie. But I'm hoping that I actually don't know why Microsoft hasn't added Rare's classic games to the Game Pass yet. I mean, they can't add like Donkey Kong Country, but like add Battletoads, add the original one, add Banjo-Kazooie. Cowards.
Coward.
You own the rights to them
Yeah,
because
just-
you released them as a separate game last year. Or 2 years ago? I think it was 2018. I don't know. They had like you know how they do like the Atari classic games or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's like there's 30 games in one. They did that with all of Rare's games, except for the Donkey Kong countries or whatever, the Nintendo licensed
Oh,
games.
kids in their Donkey Kong countries.
Well, they can't do it. It's Nintendo's baby. That's why there's never going to be a Donkey Kong 64 remaster.
No.
I cry myself to
it's
sleep every night knowing that it'll never happen.
It's so sad. That's honestly the only Rare game that I can't get into. I have it. I
Sure you do.
bought the cartridge because I'm like, I'm gonna play this game. It's the
Gotta
only
do
Rare
it.
game that I haven't played, and it's not.
Oh,
for
Banjo-Kazooie
me.
Nuts and Bolts.
I haven't played that. That's not a Rare
You're a
game.
liar
That's
and a
barely
cheat.
a Rare game.
Okay, it's technically it is, but
I don't count it.
you would
as a
hate
real-
it, so you can just
I
chalk
would
it up
hate
as an L.
Banjo-Kazooie is like my favorite game of all time. I would for sure hate Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I don't even like Banjo-Tooie. And that's like an actual Rare game.
And the whole crowd audibly gasped.
No, I don't think that's an unpopular
Um,
opinion. It's good, but it's not as good as Banjo-Kazooie. I'm sorry, it's not good. Sorry, Grant Kirkhope or whoever. That's the composer. That's the only name that I know. Okay,
The composer was the issue.
he's definitely not the issue. All of those songs are certified bangers.
Yeah.
Come on, you know it, and you
Oh, I
haven't even
know.
played that. Free ZZ Peak, banger.
Absolute
that's
slamper.
that one's not my favorite. I don't know why I use that one as an example. Sorry, Grant Kirkhope. I'm just not a fan of. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So, good podcast.
Yeah.
One of the best.
I thought that was a good one.
Yeah. All over the place, but there was content constantly.
There was content. We didn't have any downtime.
Exactly.
We even got real. That never happens.
Bruh.
Except for sometimes it does.
But for some time. Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah. But three,